Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, man, hosting tournaments, it is very fun. It gives me a lot of anxiety. It makes me very nervous. Woo, let's freaking go, man. I am so pumped. Today's gonna be crazy. It's already been crazy. You guys have no idea. Hello, everyone. This time I say hello to all chat. Just PW, Salt for Rent. Hey, you gotta be casting soon. Max, always there. I saw you being the first comment on the scheduled stream. Dippin, Malleus. Hey, nice to see you, Malleus. Gooseman, what did I just join in for? Well, a very exciting and hype Advance Wars tournament. I don't know if you know what Advance Wars is, but yeah, strap in because this one is going to be crazy. We were having all kinds of difficulties literally until just now. That's why it took me a little bit more to start the stream. Trying to get DJs to get the capture thing going so that I would show up on his stream later on. Because today I want to show you what's going to go on today, guys. So let me do just that. Let's take a look. So boom, there you go. This is going to be the bracket for today. The Chimps and Champions Cup is happening today, all in one day. It is pretty wild. There's going to be, well, there are 16 players. I'm going to take this off. Oh my God. I feel like when I have both headphones or both ears, I start yelling. We have 16 very good live players. We have Talos, Sonja the Superior, aka Master of Math, Tordred, Fluffy, Spritmare, Deadefest, Frederick Rance, Poland, Sirth, Tethys, Chloebox, Wealthy Tuna, Laska Larner, Advanced Noob, Starflash, and Trunit. A lot of really good players. We are going to be casting the set right here, Frederick Rance and Poland. This is going to be a very exciting one. And we have 8 streamers in total, so everyone is going to be casting one match. And they're all going to be played simultaneously, literally in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we have the Puppet Master, Mind Commander. You hang around on the Discord, you might know him. He has been granted the powers to force start the games on these players. So at 10 a.m. Eastern time, for me it's 11 a.m., but 10 a.m. Eastern time, all 8 matches are going to be created. And they will be like forced into them. They'll have 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, just like in Live League, right? 2 minutes to look at the map and decide what CO to pick, what strategy to go for, what opening. They only have 2 minutes, very, very quick. They are not going to be your common maps. These maps are pretty wacky. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And something to note with wacky maps, how do you call it? What is it called when an underdog beats a pro? Oh man, what's the word? What's the word when someone that's like not the favorite beats upset? Thank you, FTA. Thank you. Yeah, with wacky maps and no prep is where upsets can be more likely to happen. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting day. Very wild. This bracket is shared for all of you guys. I put it there on the pin so you can follow it there. You'll have the links to every single streamer as the stages go by. As I was mentioning, we have 8 streams going on, so we're gonna have all 8 matches, and then the winners of set 1 and 2 are gonna move on, and DJ's is gonna be covering that. So Mansa, pretty much Mansa, Salt for Rent, Nonova, and Advanced Warriors are only going to be covering round 1, and then they're going to tune out. And the next round, there's going to be DJs, me, Sidewinder, and Semi-Original Guy. Oh, you can watch Sidewinder. So look at that. Hey, Sidewinder. I have to log in to send a chat. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways. Got a little sidetracked there, but yeah, this is going to be very exciting. So we're going to be covering Poland and Frederick Rance, and then the winner between these two will be playing on the next round, and we'll also see the winner between Spritmare and Deadefest. So we have 8 minutes left. let's see. Hello everyone. I see more people. Diego Rodriguez, let's go. Ereth, let's go. Advance Wars tournament and Wimbledon finals in parallel. Damn, really? I didn't know that. Sup, yo. Hey, Valier, let's go. Who is the map maker for first map? I'm not gonna say. It is totally secret, and I will give you something that happened yesterday that almost ruined my afternoon. But you know, the maps are supposed to be secret, right? The players are not supposed to know the maps, and they're wacky too. So that's very important, right? The not knowing and the wackiness makes for no prep into wacky games. And especially with wacky maps, if there is prep, they're probably not as balanced or as dynamic. They're good for like a few times we played, but if they're figured out, if the gimmick is kind of figured out, then it might be a little bit too linear, or it might not be as balanced. Who knows? So the idea was exactly to not know them. But unfortunately, and guys, this stuff just kind of happens sometimes, you know, after this experience of organizing things in this community, in this game. You prep for so many things. I swear, you prep for as many alternatives and, you know, possible things and problems that can arise and can happen. But there's always some stuff that you can't prep for. There's just some stuff that will happen, and pretty much the maps got leaked in a way that we were unprepared for. We didn't expect that could happen, but yeah, the maps were leaked, and so we had to change the maps. Yeah, there was a lot of changes that were made. So yeah, kind of like last minute changes, literally like Saturday afternoon. Like I had one day of like being chill at home, and I had to be scrambling around. So yeah, we had to do some changes. So it's not gonna be what we initially planned, but it's still a very nice format. So I'm still very, very pumped. Hey Conton, hey, it's nice to see you back. I know you've been gone for a while, so I hope everything is really good with you. I'm really happy that you're back. How did it get leaked? So, well, yeah, we didn't really talk about it too much publicly, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say who leaked it. It just got leaked by mistake. It was an honest mistake. And like a player had reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, I saw this. Just wanted to let you know." Like, he was very, very honest. So I'm very thankful of that as well. I think we have a pretty decent community. I think people tend to be pretty honest. So that's kind of always very nice. Having kind of a tight knit community, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it was a mistake. There wasn't any ill intention. I mean, there's money on the line. I don't know. I mean, I got rid of the thing, but I can show you here. Like, it's a good prize pool. All right, it's a nice chunky prize pool. $500 for first place, $300 for second place, $180 then for third and fourth. Pretty much, players show up. If they lose on the first round, they get $50. So that's really cool, right? They can order some food, and they'll have like, you know, 20. I'm not sure how much it costs to have food delivered all around the world. So kind of prices vary, but that's nice, right? To play a game of Advance Wars, how often do you get paid $50 to play a live league game, right? Then if you win the first round, then you're pretty much getting $110. So that's super solid. Come on, $110 for playing Advance Wars. And then if you win the second round, then you get $180. And then if you make it to the finals, pretty much you're guaranteed $300, if not $500. Hey, Seaweed. Huge shout out to Philip here in chat, aka Cowboy Seaweed or Seaweed Cowboy. Yeah, Seaweed Cowboy, his name is on the bracket. He helped a lot in making, I mean, he literally built it from scratch, the whole bracket. There's different tabs and stuff. I'll show you here. So we have the bracket here, as we have a few minutes left. Let me check on Discord if there's any notification that I need to check on. I think we're looking good. Okay. So we have the bracket here, right? That is gonna get updated, and then we have a little about here that you guys can check out as well. I see a lot of people, checking out the bracket. That's nice. That's nice. We got here the information. Chimps and Champions Cup by DJ Sanumita. Let's go. Got all the links here. Here's Seaweed's Cowboy link. We got here all the info on the different rounds that we're going to be updating, which affects the brackets. We got, I don't know, a bunch of other stuff. So go and check it out. It looks pretty sick. So, oh no, Starflash is sniping. He's going to know the identity of the players. Kind of gives me APC flashbacks. Well, having Starflash chat on chat when there was the hidden names playing. That's funny. Let me check. We have Mind Commander is gonna be. Oh, okay, he already messaged. Cool. Game creations. Oh, let's go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes for the games to be created. Damn, this is so exciting. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. And there's so many streams going at the same time, so I imagine all of you guys are watching multiple streams. But I also know that a lot of people will be watching this like after the fact, as a, you know, in the VODs as a video. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it nice and flowy for posterity as well. As we have 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes left. I'm not sure how much time it takes Mind Commander to create the games, so we shall see. We had a few subs because that was another thing. So one thing was DJs was not responding. Well, no, DJs was not being able to get the source working thing for later, but he finally got to it. And we had one player that wasn't responding to the messages. So I was like, oh man, please. So I was messaging the subs. Thank you so much for the subs for being there. The player eventually did respond, so no subs are going to be needed. The subs are only going to be for round 1. Moving forward on the next rounds, if a player, I don't know, if they win and then they don't show up to the next match, it's just gonna be like a free pass for the other player. Hey DMK, how's it going? Ham Slamage, how's it going? I haven't seen you stream in a while. Thank you for setting in this sub, Amina. Very cool. No worries, FTA. Thank you guys for showing up. It's really all about that. It's all about the players and the audience showing up. Yeah, it's there's a hunger to be fed in a live. Look at all the clicks. There's a lot of people clicking around. There's definitely a hunger out there for lively games. So it's very exciting that people show up. That's what keeps it alive, you know? Okay. Let's freaking go. Okay, we have a game, guys. We have a game. Woo! Let's freaking go. And they started paused, so they can unpause. I guess they should unpause. It should actually start unpaused. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, we have a game, guys. We have the freaking round 1 game. Let's freaking go. Now you're gonna do the player introductions and everything, and map introductions. So this is the surprise round 1 map. It wasn't what we originally wanted, but it's still in the spirit of the tournament. The wackiness is there. You'll be like, what the hell is going on? Hopefully they unpause so I can start playing, because we don't want them to prep too much. We just want them to start playing. So the round 1 map is for, this is the same map for everyone. Everyone will be playing the same maps on every round. So that's kind of the idea. Like, all 16 players, which is kind of a hype concept. 16 top players are going to be playing on the same map at the same time. They're like, imagine them playing and there's other people at the same time playing. They don't know what's the best strat. They don't know what the outcomes are. Once they finish, they're going to be able to see who they're going to be facing against. There's no prep whatsoever. So that's pretty exciting. So, I would definitely expect to see a lot of Sammy here, just because you're gonna have to make a mech or two to blast these. You can use infantry too, but Also, it's kind of low income until you blast some APCs around. But we'll see, we'll see. Max is always really good in tier 2 as well. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, now they have unpaused. Poland's timer is ticking, and okay, now he started, and there we go. So we do have Poland. I'm gonna change Frederick Rand's color. Let's do Blue Moon, just for the sake of, I know he likes the pink, but for the sake of simplicity, let's do red and blue. So in the orange star, player 1, we have Poland down here in the bottom left. With Sammy, this is a tier 2 match, and then in the top right we have Frederick Rantz in the Blue Moon. Definitely the favorite here going in is going to be Poland. He is 1700. I think he kind of maxed at 17 or peaked at 17. He might be currently like 15, but very well known, very good standard player. He's also dipped his toes in Fog and High Funds currently. He's very well known for a specific way of playing. When his opponent is trying to capture a property, it's like something, it's like the spidey senses are tingling in Poland's mind. There's something that happens in him when he sees the opponent capturing something. We will probably see it, so don't you worry. Definitely the favorite here, and our player 2 is Frederick Rantz, which I know pretty much nothing about. The only thing I know is that English is not his first language, because he sent me a very cute message. It was like a Google Translate. It was like, hey, thank you so much for the tournament. Like I sent him the invite to the server where we're organizing, blah, blah, blah. And he sent me this message like, oh, thank you, I'll be doing this, blah, blah. And they said this post was translated by Google. I was like, that's cute. That's cute. So very cool guy. Both are very cool guys. Poland's also a very, very, very nice guy. I've talked with him quite a bit. And we're gonna see our first mechs out. We'll see where they send them to blast some APCs. Probably the easy ones are going forward, you know, blast this, kind of pushes you towards the contested areas. But if not, you can send it backwards to go for a little chain here. So which one do you prioritize, the quicker income or quicker to the contested lines? It looks like Poland is gonna go for the chain back here. And I haven't even talked about the elephant in the room, or the multiple 5 HP APCs in the room. Yeah, this map is made by Banana Basket, one of the wackiest, if not the wackiest map creator out there right now. I really wanted to feature one of his maps on this tournament, so here we are. And what a map! It's pretty much a standard map with 3 bases and an airport, but there's a bunch of cities that are blocked by 5 HP enemy APCs. You can take them out with infantry, you can take them out with artillery. If not, you can use mech. That is going to be a very low cost, quick way of dealing with those APCs, so you can capture and get some more income. You're also going to get some charge. So that is going to be an easy 20, or let's see, like 10, 20 or so K charge. So like, you know, max is definitely an option. You get that power ready really quickly. Eagle Olaf, you know, they love that charge. The thing is that it's pretty low income. So I think it's like 19, 18 split, something of that sort. It's pretty low for a 3 base too. So I definitely see why Sammy would be an easy pick here. Looks like Frederick Rantz also went backwards for the chain back here. Okay, they're doing the same kind of approach. He doesn't have the funds to make a tank now. He could make a recon though. A recon here could be pretty quick, and then it could actually, but actually this is Sammy, so a recon wouldn't stop a capture, but it could still get some damage out. Possibly force a tank from Poland over here. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do. Frederick Rantz is gonna have to definitely do some wacky stuff here. I'm just gonna change the layout. This is too small. There you go. Oh, Umber Wilds. Yeah, you're right, Max. When you're right, you're right. You know what? Let's do Poland. I know he loves his orange star, but we're gonna do him with the Umber Wilds, and then we're gonna do the dinos for Frederick Rantz. So they're kind of similar in color, right? We have the Umber Wild monkeys, unless you want to do like double monkey, right? Hey, look at that, look at that. Hey, Just chimps. Just chimps everywhere. The very DJs themed kind of match. This would be a nightmare to watch. It's just monkeys pointing at each other. That would be really, really funny. But let's bring back the dinos. There you go. There you go. So you got the monkeys here for Poland. The very, very aggressive player. He's actually going to use the mech to start this capture, instead of blasting the other APC. So a little bit of a difference there from the two players. And he's going to start using some of these infantry to blast these. I wonder if it's a role to blast an APC with Sammy. So you do 23. Okay, it's not. So there's no role to take it out. Perhaps with a comm tower, it becomes a role. But it definitely is 3 hits with an infantry. So mech is going to be an easy clear there. But I'm not very convinced about this. It's going to take a while. He might need another mech. We'll see. 7k. Let's try to see how much money this will be. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it's probably like 18 split with the contested properties. No, that's a guerrilla warfare. Exactly. Hey, one of the name ideas I had was Guerrilla. I think it was Guerrilla Warfare was one of the ideas of the names of the tournament. It was like Baboon Bonanza, Chimps and Champions, or Guerrilla Warfare. We kept Chimps and Champions. It has a nicer ring to it. So first contested property looks like being captured here by Frederick Rance. Just I think due to this, because Poland's using some of the infantry to clear this first APC, and Frederick Rance is not going to do that. So clear this, and that will enable this other guy to get the chain. This mech will probably walk and take this guy, as this one's going to clear this APC. So a little bit quicker on the contested fronts for Frederick Rance, which is going to be interesting. Will we see like a double comm tower cheese perhaps as he's moving closer? He might. Poland would need to bring some inside. I think this tank is going to serve that purpose. Going to move over here, and then he can't sit on the comm tower, but it'll be fairly easy for him to stop this comm tower capture. The HQ seems a little bit exposed too, so something to take into account, especially with Sammy on the board. If we see a victory march, or perhaps even like a double time or normal turn, because he can block quite a bit here. There's these mountains, he can sit on the silo. So imagine you put a tank here. Remember, Sammy can't clear a tank on the silo, so it's going to be pretty tricky. That's going to be an interesting thing to keep into account. Although the airport does reach in one turn, the HQ, and this base doesn't reach in one turn, you can't even set up an artillery pretty safely, so it's going to be an interesting one. We're gonna get an arty here from Frederick Rance. I wonder how all the other games are playing, man. I can't believe there's 8 games being played right now on the same map by 16 players. That's gonna be very cool. And I wonder what are all the picks. I need to read the chat. What happened? What happened? You like what's the chat, Starflash? What are you doing chatting here? Get out of here. Go and play. Did you already win? Starflash game is over. Oh my god, 7 days? Dang, man. I guess you can go take a nap now. Wow, poor Trunet. 7 days. Don't tell me there was an HQ cheese. That would be pretty funny. Just going straight for the HQ instead of the base. That is going to be another APC down. And Artie's going to be set there. Actually, the tank didn't go up. It could still, though. It can go this way. Kind of a slower path, though. But Artie's going to be locking down the comm. Is going to blast this if it can't. APC cheese? Nah, HQ cap? Oof. Dang. Well, was there really an APC cheese? Oh my god. That's pretty bad. 2 games done with APC cheese? Oof. That does not look good for the tournament organizers. Anyways, back to the game. As we don't have any HQ cheese here. Was it stoppable? The thing is, if it was stoppable, if you see the APC and the infantry, can you stop it? If you see it, can you stop it? You just send the infantry forward to stop the HQ cheese. That's the important thing. If you can, then it's fine. There are maps like that. You just have to see the APC and then prep for it. Mom got cheesed. Ooh. Ooh, and you know he's not gonna be happy about it. But yeah, the maps did get changed very last minute, like literally last night, because of the leak. So it's not the map that we wanted to have on round 1. So yeah, you kind of had to scramble around. It was hard to find a map that was in the wacky nature that we wanted, but without being totally broken and somewhat interesting. And this is not that wacky. Come on, there's just a few APCs lying around. That's it. Anyways, got a copter here now for Poland. Tank is, yeah, easy gonna move forward. It's gonna put a threat on this arty as well. So there's a bit of an awkward terrain here for Frederick to cover the arty. So he does have to be careful, but it is in base range. So I would assume here you can get like a hit here on this infantry. You can start the capture on the comm tower. That would force either tank and stop your own capture to stop the comm tower capture. He has the option of going for both comm towers here, but this one should be easily stoppable by Poland. I mean, it'd be funny if he like skips this capture and he goes like comm tower silo, and then he would have to stop this capture to get the 2 hits on the guy on the comm tower. But I don't think it would be worth it for Frederick Rance, just like losing a bunch of infantry. Because once you start losing that infantry with Sammy, it's gonna be a problem. I'm very curious here. I think he's just gonna finish that cap and then just prep a stop there on the comm tower. This map was horrible for a no prep event at this tier, at least. Very likely. It was stoppable. Okay. So, will you go for the comm tower or not? Do you go for like comm tower already on silo? Okay, he goes for the blasting of the APC. And he has 11k and he has to respond to a copter. So he can't really... He has to make an anti-air. He can't make copter triple infantry. I think he has to put the tank next to the arty so that both protect each other. Yeah. Well, maybe not there, because Poland will probably like send the tank, hit this guy from the silo, bring the copter. But yeah, this does force an anti-air. So it looks like all the initiative is going to be down here in the south, where Poland's going to have that copter spam. No vehicles at the top for Frederick Rance or Poland, as this how do you call it, Donkey Kong with a bazooka is going to move on to blast this APC. And there's going to be more infantry for Frederick Rance. Income is still pretty low, 11 to 13k. So I think copter builds are going to be pretty common here. Poland now is going to have to make a tank, another tank for sure, down here in the bottom. I don't think he can sustain an attack here, right? Like, this is just way too close to his base and fairly close to this one. So I think if he pounces into an attack here, it's not going to be winning for him. Tank, sure, it can be like a... I mean, this is Sammy too with no com tower, so that would be like a 5, maybe 4? Like a 5-7 or 5-8, something like that. I think 5-8. And then already blasts away, so we pretty much have like a 2-for-1 trade. Copter is not gonna... Wow, that is really sad to see. Sammy stats. Let's see. It's a roll. Dang. Okay. So I didn't get to move full movement, but use the copter to blast it anyways. I'll probably use it here again as well. This mech has just been used to blast and get the chain. Non-com tower cap for Frederick Rans on either side, and a whole lot of dinos here ready to get that com tower. To be fair, in our defense, we did warn that the maps were going to be wacky. So there's that. And fortunately, there's participation price. I think it's really good to always give price to every player that participates. So that it's not very just like, oh, first place and second place, which is stuff that some people will do. I think it's good to spread around, do a distribution for everyone, and obviously increment it as you go up in the spot. But just rewarding players for signing up and being there, and grinding and just showing up also as well, because it is a commitment. Even if it's not that much, right? $50. I mean, it's nice. $50 for playing one game. Yeah, you got HQ cheese, you still got $50. No worries. So Poland, 11k, definitely needs another tank over here, because there's 3 vehicles over here. He has the little land trifecta right here. So probably tank, double infantry, or perhaps a tank over here, so he can have that flexibility. No, but he's gonna make it over here instead. He could make a mech, but if he saves up, he would have 15k, so he could make double tank infantry next turn, which is what he probably wants to do, especially up here at the top. Get some of those tanks shooting at these dinos. Both of them are going to be capturing this little corner property, but Poland is getting this one, and Frederick is kind of very delayed there. So I think Poland is going to be ahead on this city capture game. And then it's going to be the battle for the com towers, it seems like. Big stare off there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry here for Poland, while only 3 for Frederick. One is going to be capping though. So infantry number wise, just initiative is going to be better for Poland. And here they're kind of even. You have 4 and now this guy. And then you also have 4 over here and a mech. It looks like Frederick has a few more infantry just like I don't know, waddling around, finishing their caps and moving forward. Also the copter gave Poland an extra infantry. This guy or this guy or this guy. So an extra infantry is going to matter here. He has 14k, so he could make tank arty infantry. Unless he wants to make a copter triple infantry, but that's 1 vehicle build versus 2. If he makes copter, he would have 2k extra. So if he makes copter now, he can make double tank next turn. If he makes tank arty this turn, then he can't make double tank. He's gonna opt for the copter build instead. So it's gonna look to make double tank next turn. And I think this is fair because, again, due to the vehicle count, he has 3 here, and there's gonna be 3 here as well. So he's set over here, a little bit low on that infantry count, so that can be a problem. But he can invest his newer vehicle over to this front and force an anti-air build, because Poland's gonna have 15k, so he can't make anti-air tank infantry. He's gonna have to base skip, which he's not shy of doing that on live games. I wouldn't be surprised if he does that actually, like anti-air tank. He could also just make anti-air arty infantry. The problem with the Enter, the Enter's gonna be like so lonely, because even if you snipe a copter, you probably get blasted by a mech, and then you can just make more copters. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Although the copter, you probably don't want it to just like shoot at an infantry and then get blasted by an anti-air. I think that's what's most likely to happen. They're both doing pretty well with the timer. They're both close at the 10-minute mark. Very very close, actually. Very interesting to see. And we have seen no fighting just yet, except the destroyment of... Destroyment? Destroying? I like the word destroyment. I don't know if it's a word, but the destroyment of APCs has been fun to watch as their charges go up. We're at almost 20k. Double time should be fairly easy to get. So it'll probably be a matter of who can get that first double time and get a bunch of infantry attacks. Destruction. But destroyment sounds good. The monkey helicopter should be bananas with rotor blades. That's funny. You know, there's battle animations being worked on by the designers, the multiple designers of the site. Ooh, as we get the first com tower cap attempt, this is gonna start a brawl. This is gonna be the initiation of the battle. So anyways, the battle animations would be really funny to see. The monkeys, the dinos, just all the battle animations. I probably wouldn't have it on, but at the beginning it will be very, very fun to have. And I know for casual players, it'll be like huge. But if you're playing competitively, you probably have it off. It's more for the casual scene, I think. Can you tell the tile behind the HQ? Oh yeah, that's one thing of the monkey HQ, but it's not the only time that's happened with HQs. What was the other one? I think it's Blue Moon HQ. There's a few HQs that are like really tall and they take up the whole square, so you kind of have to like hover your mouse there and see. But there's a silo pad right there. And there goes that anti build. Will he base skip, or will he make an arty, or maybe just save up? He could just save up, but he does have 18 income, so he could spend it all and then make copter, tank, double infantry. And he probably definitely is not going to go for that com tower cap, as the copter now can also front switch over to the top. This anti can also front switch, but he has the copter, so Frederick Rance is set up on both sides against this copter. And Poland is definitely thinking a lot, hesitating. They go for a com tower. Why not? I mean, this tank on the HQ is pretty much nice and set. You do have a silo that you can attack from, but this is probably a horrible battle. Imagine you go like this from a silo, no com towers. Oof, oof. You do like 7, 8, then you heal up to 9. It's like, what? So we need 2 hits to stop this capture, but we have a whole lot of monkeys behind this monkey. This brave monkey that's being sent to start a battle. Start a battle where Poland wants it to. He could also front switch this tank a little bit slowly, but it could reach there. I kind of wish that this wasn't available. Like if this tile was blocked off, so then the front switching would be like a bit harder. So you're not just like camping here and then switching over to the other side. Just map things. Or perhaps like, I don't know, a bunch of forests here, or I don't know, or mountains to let infantry cross, but vehicles have to like swing around. I don't know, something of that sort. Frederick Rance, you have to send 2 infantry. This is going to be a battle escalation that is not going to go very well, right? 1 infantry down if you send 2, but then you lose 2 because you send 3 or 4. Actually, it wouldn't be that bad. He has a lot of dinos out here. I think he can definitely go and take out the guy and then just hang back. Wait for the 4 monkeys to respond, or 3, and then he takes them out, and then you keep that escalation going. Perhaps the anti gets involved, perhaps the mech, perhaps the copter. Like that's how you slowly escalate the battle. And there we go. That's gonna start the battle. We're gonna get a 7-5. You have to get another hit. You have to get another hit. So probably send this guy. Yeah, because you don't need the silo. No infantry gets there. Again, gotta remember that double time. Wouldn't that make air too strong? It's possible, yeah. I mean, when is air not strong? But at least like some forest, you know? I just think the front switching of these tanks, land vehicles, is just way too much. It's too strong. And kind of like, oh, you're sitting here, now I sit here. Like at least, okay, if you're like sitting over here, then you switch into like this terrain. You can still sit on this city. It's just a little bit too quick, I think. And then when it's too quick, then it can become very stally because you can't force a battle because the other one can easily front switch the vehicles to defend and respond. We got a T-copter now, okay. Gonna get some fast mechs going. And he's gonna be behind on income because he doesn't have this property, which he's now gonna set up an infantry to go for that, but Poland is pretty much ready to stop it. He could also put a tank there just to be annoying. And oh, and we see another T-copter from Poland too. I missed that. So he made anti-copter double infantry. Very interesting. So now he has 18k. We can see medium tanks too. Ooh. I'll probably put the tank here. I think. Just like sit on the city. The anti kind of front switch, but it's still covering the tank that the copter could hit. And it can it's also covering the com tower tiles. The copter can't go and sit on it. Yeah, this tile is just kind of too strong. Covering both ends is a bit too much. See what I mean? Poland not contesting income. I know he only has one infantry here. I think he's probably gonna put the tank over there, or else I think Frederick Ranks can easily start capturing. I'm not sure if he can block enough. You have to build a tank or something. But there you go. I think with the Comtar, this would have been a kill. So 3 monkeys are being sent in. 1 to hit, another 1 to hit, and then 1 to capture. But look how many dinos are back here to strike back. Got that copter outside of range of that anti-air. And from this copter, this city is definitely the last one being captured by both of them with these little APCs. I wonder how the other matches are going. I like can't stop thinking about it. There's 8 matches. Man. I mean, we know 2 of them finished earlier with the HQ cheese. But we don't know the results of the other ones. We have 6 more matches doing this one. If only there was a map committee member to suggest more forests. I know, right? If only. Hey, Ayodeji, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. When he blew the monkey of the com tower, why not start capturing the com tower and force Poland to commit 2 monkeys to killing the dino? Yeah, that could have been an option. I don't know. I think he's just playing more safely, which I can definitely understand from playing against Poland, the big name. But maybe he just wants to initiate this battle. I think you're right though that it's going to be a little bit awkward now because he has to send 2 dinos to attack this guy. I guess he could sacrifice this one and this one. Send 1 to hit this guy. And that should be enough to bring it down to 3. And then send other 2 to hit this guy and this guy. He could... No, never mind. I was going to say use an anti, but no. You got a mech here. You got a tank. Looks like the battle is going to be up here, guys. The bottom is being left alone. And we're going to see an attempt here at blocking. I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, it was just that one tile, actually. Because they can only hit from the forest. So that's going to let Frederick get that city. I don't think Poland is going to go for the hit there. Because if it doesn't stop income, then... Whoa, did the mech not take that out? No way. Oh, it has no shots left. Dang. because it took out 3 APCs already. I'm sure he didn't see that because sometimes it doesn't update when you're playing. You see, it doesn't show the little ammo thing, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it's out of ammo, guys. It doesn't have what are the bazookas called? The missiles, whatever it is, the little bombs that it throws. It's out of it. It only has a rifle that doesn't show up here. If it has a rifle and shoot at the APC and it didn't take it out, dang, that's gonna stop his little income a little bit. He might also be looking to do a double time. He's only 3k, a little bit less than 3k left. That's a few infantry fights. And he's gonna swing the copter down. Okay, so going away from that anti-air. There is this copter build though from Poland to cover this, as he sends both of these up to the top. And there's not, I think Frederick Ryan's gonna need a tank. He has 17k, but he can't make tank copter double infantry. He probably make tank or base skip perhaps. It's gonna be tricky to be base skipping though, because you definitely want to have those infantry numbers. So let's see, 4 HP infantry should deal enough damage. Oh, okay, he's gonna save it. And he's gonna send 2 fresh infantry to finish that off. Maybe attack from the comm tower, attack this guy. And that's pretty much it. He has to save the mech to defend from this anti-air and this tank. So he's a little bit underprepared for these vehicles coming in. He will have to swing this tank, which it's getting a little bit tricky. He can do that. I guess he can cover the tank with this copter, right? And this copter, it would reach still, but this is kind of in range. Complicated stuff. The anti-air could go and hit the anti-air, which would be pretty funny. But then you get blasted by the mech. So he definitely needs to protect the mech over here. And he gets the mech. This is protected by a double time as well, if anything. So unit count wise, they're pretty similar. Infantry same. More mechs for Frederick Rans. And vehicle count is literally the same, except that Frederick has 2 arties. And then there's a copter difference. So Frederick has 2 more mechs, has 2 arties, but has 1 less copter. But it is also the end of his turn, so that is natural to end a little bit ahead. And we're 2k away of charge for Poland to get that double time. He has what, 5? This guy could reach with a double time. And he's gonna get a little poke there. 5-8, nice. That's without a comp tower too. It's pretty sweet. Double time also doesn't reach to interrupt this, so that city is going to be guaranteed for Frederick. I don't think a double time infantry can get a... Let's see. Ooh. Okay, yeah, these are at 4. Maybe the comp tower. That'd be a high roll to get a 3 there and stop the cap. But he's gonna take this guy away, the injured one. It definitely looks like there's more infantry for Frederick. So I don't know. I think Poland's gonna have to start using some of his land vehicles to get some hits. He could potentially use the tank. I think he could use the anti-air, honestly. And then I think he might do that. He might use the anti-air, because now he's gonna have a copter on each side, and there's only 1 copter from Frederick, so he can use the copters to defend from this copter, and then just use this guy to finish off an infantry and just get a bunch of infantry first strikes. But it doesn't look like he's gonna be using double time as he's moving some of his infantry. Okay, he's not. Yeah, he's not gonna use it. He's not gonna use it. Probably gonna put this guy over here, finish this off. But I'm kind of liking more the infantry battle here for Frederick. I couldn't say the same thing about here on the bottom. There's only 4 infantry against 6 infantry from Poland, and a mech coming. Yeah. It's gonna be the battle of the comm towers here. But it does definitely feel like a bit of a cleanup could happen over here from Frederick. Ooh, as his tank comes in, but it is out of range of a double time mech. So that's good. This tank is definitely going to deter the anti-air quite a bit, giving the copter a bit more of a reach. It could probably like move out here or there. Okay, just playing safely. Fred turned the weak side to strong side. Yeah. I mean, the airport is really close too. It's like 1 turn to be over here, 2 turns. This map is pretty small. Everything is 2 turns. Except this base. Like, do you send this base towards this area? Do you send it this way? Honestly, if you do like copter mech with T-copter infantry and you just spam those 3 towards the left, makes sense. This base is definitely just going over here. Although I can front switch. I definitely feel like there needs to be forest here. Like double forest. So yeah, CD is going to go through. If this wasn't Sammy, if Frederick was not Sammy, then we would easily see Poland go and attack there. That is what he is known for. He sees a cap, he attacks. He sees a cap, he attacks. There is no thought process behind it. I mean, it's easy to downplay it and just say, oh, he just like that, you know, he just goes and interrupts any capture. But there is a reason. His whole strategy is about being ahead on income. More income, bigger army, more charge, more powers, better trades in the long run. So he'll sacrifice unit count, he'll sacrifice pretty much anything. But usually there's an art to how he does it. There's a sophisticated way. We didn't get to see it here. He usually will prep things in advance to be able to stop captures. We didn't see it get it set up over here. Perhaps he didn't want to let the comm tower go, or he's more focused over here. But he usually sets like 2 turns, 3 turns. He kind of sets it up on advance to be able to stop these captures. And with Sammy on the board, it is a little bit trickier. You have to get 2 units instead of just 1. So definitely understandable. But yeah, if he sees a capture, he's gonna stop it. But there's a reasoning, and he will stop it with anything. He will send a tank, even if there's an arty behind. He will send a medium tank, even if there's an arty behind. Usually there's a, okay, I can stop it and I can deny it. Like there will be a follow-up. There will be a way that he can actually deny that property from you. Or the comm tower. Comm towers are very, very strong. Pretty much here, if anyone gets the comm tower and the other doesn't, it's gonna be a huge swing. Frederick Rance is probably thinking about doing a double time here. He does have a lot of 1 HPers. He's maybe saving them up for a victory march, but we're still quite far from a victory march, I would say. I think the battle is going to be determined before that. I know victory march can be a comeback mechanic, and definitely a very strong one. I mean, it's the only power in the game that can end the game right there and then. But a big double time, taking out all the infantry, then it's like, what do you do with victory march if you have no infantry, right? So I'm interested in the infantry count. We have 20 for Poland, 17 for Frederick Rance. So a little bit of these infantry battles have been a little bit more in favor of Poland. And that's taking into account that there's a bunch more injured for Frederick. So he's lower in numbers, but also lower on HP. You can see it, right? You can see there's like 4, 7 infantry over here, 4 for Frederick. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 healthy ones. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a few more coming. 7. You can say the same thing over here. So there's more. There's gonna be more initiative from Poland over here just because of these infantry battles. He's gonna get a few first strikes here. These 7.5s are nice, but you're still taking some damage, so you can are forced to send another one to clear. But he doesn't have. I think he. Don't you guys think he should use a double time just to get these guys involved a little bit more? And he can take out some of these infantry, like take this guy out, and then there's only 3 healthy infantry from Poland that can respond. Now there's 4 that can respond. That can be a problem. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a few more follow-ups. Dang, tricky stuff. And their timers are starting to burn a little bit. Frederick is down to 5 minutes. Poland still at 6.5. So he'll have another 2, so he'll be up at 8.5. Looks like there was some problem with the coding or something with the presets of the maps, and that's why I was messing up. A bunch of coding terms that I don't understand, but I trust what Steeler says. If I'm not wrong, an Artie cannot stop a Sammy capture. Yeah, I think you need the comm tower, and it's almost a guarantee that you get the 3 HP to stop a cap. Definitely a pretty important factor there. But there is this looming threat here. He's putting the tank. Poland can break through, but he wouldn't be able to hit the artillery. So this tank doesn't reach yet. But we're getting copter tank builds now. We're gonna have 5 vehicles here from Poland against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so same amount of vehicles. I think Poland might be switching where he puts the pressure. He might be investing more over here. Unless he gets better infantry attacks here. There's 4 mechs now for Frederick, so even more awkward to use the vehicles. But he's gonna get all those clears that he can get. Okay, no double time. We've got another already coming and a base skip for Frederick. Damn, not the base skip with Sammy. None of them have the comm tower yet. It is the battle of the comm towers. Yeah, at least they're not stalling, right? Because if you want to sit back, then the comm tower is going to get capped. Poland's going to get this property. That's going to put them at 19. I guess that's the split income, 19. Frederick's going to be a little bit delayed on that. Double copter, 3 copters. Probably not worth it to start an infantry battle here, right? To like infantry. Ooh, kind of front switching. Okay. He's gonna send more stuff to the north, it seems like. Maybe he wants to send all of his stuff up north and go ham over here, since the HQ is right there. That'll be maybe the long term. Oh, he actually like use the T-copter over here and drop off right there. That's kind of nice. And just have a nice follow-up of infantry to any responding infantry over here. I think that might be the plan, and just go ham over here and just defend here, just prevent the comm tower from getting capped. There is a good amount of vehicles though from Frederick, but again, not a lot of infantry. But it can get tricky because you have to send 2 guys to stop the capture. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 monkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're kind of equally numbered. The fact that these are on low defense terrain, those should be pretty easy to first strike. I think only 1 healthy infantry can reach. So this guy can reach either of these, but then you have a bunch of low HP guys. This one needs a double time. So this one can hit here, this one can hit here, this one can hit one of these. There goes that capture. Frederick versus Poland. God makes cruel jokes at times. I don't understand. Is it because like Frederick is like German and Poland is Poland? Something of that sort. So is there a way that Frederick can start this comp tower cap, perhaps? Already behind. It's really awkward. This shoal tile makes it very awkward. I'm thinking whether you put it on the silo, no, but it's easy to break through and then you hit from the comp tower. So the defense is definitely a bit awkward over here to stand around for Frederick. So it makes it not as easy. Like Poland can sit around here, these nice tiles, perhaps these, but you couldn't see the same thing for Frederick. He could just put the arty over here as well. But he probably won't set at full health. I think if at any moment the arty is left unprotected, Poland will send a tank to hit it, because that is going to be the main tool from Frederick to stop a comp tower cap. What are your predictions, chat? Who do you think is going to win here? Let's do a little poll. Okay. You think Poland has the advantage? Let's look at infantry count again. 20-17, so still a little bit ahead. And then the same case, like a bunch of injured ones. He's definitely saving them up just for a possible victory march. Look how many monkeys can go up north. He's sending 1, 2, yeah, those two. This one doesn't reach, so he's not gonna use that double tap. Wow, he's not gonna go for the other strike there. He's just gonna sit in the city. So this is all about those tactics and where you send the army now. Feels like 3 more turns. Poland is going to have enough on the bottom. Can't say the same for Fred on the top at the rate the trades are going. Poland has less, but a lot of Fred's stuff is damaged. Yeah, I totally agree. The one thing that Fred has going for himself down here are the amount of vehicles, but with Poland pumping out these copter tank builds, it makes it pretty awkward. But I think what Poland is doing is forcing Frederick to invest more over here, like pretending that he's going to go for the comp tower, but then he can easily front switch these vehicles over to the top, like the copters, the tanks. So he keeps an eye out on this, forcing builds, but then he sends everything to the top. I guess the problem with using a double time is that then you're going to have to be wary of a victory march, right? The double time wouldn't generate too much charge to the opponent because it would just be a bunch of infantry fights, but your charge is going to be drained and then the other one is going to be halfway through a victory march. So in a couple of turns, you're going to have to be careful of the victory march. And with an AHQ as exposed as this one, it's definitely a tricky thing. And look how centralized Frederick is putting his vehicles. Got this arty here. Like, I mean, it could have moved over here on the silo. Just being super careful. Because this tank could reach, but it's probably not a good idea from Poland to do that. We're gonna get our first mech injured now. And I get a 6-6. That extra defense and extra firepower coming in clutch. There's 3 more mechs. So Frederick still kind of set up. But all his tank... I was gonna say tanks, but it's just a singular tank is over here, so... He doesn't have the flexibility that he would want, probably. His infantry numbers, healthy infantry numbers, are dwindling as we see a bunch of injured ones. This one is capping, and now you have 2, 3 left. And look at all these monkeys coming in. Poland is definitely setting up much nicer up here at the top. Double time looking scarier than lightning strike. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Lightning Strike, the best power of the game. You can't argue with me on that. Come on. It's the coolest power. If it's not the best, it's the coolest one, okay? It's the coolest power in the game. If we were to do a ranking on coolest powers, that one's definitely going at the top. I don't know how many of you guys played the DS, the Dual Strike, but I remember my favorite combination was to do when you had the tag option. This is probably like, I mean, you also think the same thing, but it was like Eagle and Sammy. Just getting the 3 turns in a row and ended with a victory march, which is hilarious. That was just so funny. You get a T-copter, you move it. You know, with an infantry. Lightning Strike, or you do the tag, whatever, you move with the T-copter again, and you drop it off. And then you do victory march, and you capture the HQ. I'm not sure how many times that worked, because usually it wasn't that possible, but it was so hyped to do that. So broke. 3 turns? Come on. Luckily we don't have that here in Advanced Wars Bad Web. Like maybe for the casual scene it would be funny, but competitive, yeah, there's no chance that's ever happening. The coolest power is definitely Winter's Fury. It's so cold, it's cold. You have a point. And good point there, Malleus with the timer. Falling a little bit on that timer, 3 minutes 40, but Starflash has said the timer doesn't matter. I would argue that in a board like this, it does, as they're slowly burning through that increment that they have. Especially as we're with having double time activated, perhaps a victory march. Tactics can get a little bit taxing on your time, and it's important to be able to position pretty precisely. And if there's something that Poland is good at, is that, well, maybe he's not the best at positioning stuff, like compared to like Dark Noob perhaps, but he is really good at finding cracks in your positioning. He kind of positions like really aggressively, and then he'll find something. He'll sack something. He'll attack here or there. He's okay. If I fight here in 2-3 turns, I'll come up ahead. So it's very hard, man. I've played Poland so many times. I think I've only beaten him once. I think I only beat him once. It's just so tough. You can have to beat him early, because if not in the mid game, it's hard to beat him in the mid game. That positioning nightmare. You get into a brawl and the guy's gonna get the better end of it. Somehow ends up higher on income. It's not the case here, but it's looking good for him long term over here. As we see a recon build here from Frederick. That can be kind of nice to attack infantry without the counter attack and forcing a bit of an escalation. I do like doing that. Recons are a good escalating unit, because it forces a mech in this case perhaps, but a tank if not. So then you can start vehicle engagements a little bit. And there's almost no response here from Frederick at the top now. He's kind of pulling back and regrouping everything. I have one massive battle here. I don't think a double time would be worth it for Poland, but it is looking a little bit better for Poland at the moment. Ahead on that infantry count, ahead on the infantry HP, I believe as well, because he's ahead and he has way more injured ones. And we're gonna get another recon down here. It's gonna be kind of nice. He might be looking to put some initiative over here in the com tower area. Also a sort of a stopper or a double time cap here, but he still have the copter, so he can do that. Copter infantry. Yeah, he's pulling back. He's not going to be attacking. He's gonna save these injured guys. So Poland is easily gonna start a capture here on the com tower. I'm probably just gonna pull back and just wait for Frederick to attack again. Keep getting a better trade. Man, this is definitely guerrilla warfare. Just infantry fights, infantry fights. We've seen no vehicle attacks. The only other non-infantry was this mech being shot at. That was it. I don't think these vehicles even ever shot at an infantry. Double mech now. Guerrilla warfare, yeah, exactly. I'm looking at the poll and it's looking pretty skewed. I want to see what the other match is looking like. I think we had, was it Sprite Mirror and DFS on the other side of this one? Who do you think is going to win that one? Sprite Mirror or DFS? I mean, maybe you already know. So, how many streams are you guys watching at this moment? Just give me the number. How many streams do you have open? 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be 8. Is there anyone with all 8 streams open? If you do, you have my salutes. Just one stream? Damn. Loyal Umita fans. Let's go. Oh, Sidewinder's here. Nice. Hey, I showed your stream before the game started. Let's go, let's go. You have all 8 seaweed. I wonder if, like, if you have multiple streams, do you have the audio? Probably not. You just have the audio of one and you just keep checking all of it. Wouldn't it be cool if eventually the live community scene grows enough, you know, these events grow enough that you could do, hear me out, live in-person events. Am I right? Am I right or not? Imagine a live tournament of Add-Ons by web in person. Wouldn't that be hype as hell? Come on. That'd be so cool. I don't think, please someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that would be like peak. That would be the pinnacle of the community. You could do live fog. Yeah, exactly. Make it happen, bro. I'm all the way in Argentina. I mean, I would definitely, well, I don't know. I would love to fly to any event that's hosted, but flights are expensive. But wouldn't that be, isn't that the dream? I think, I don't know. Me personally, that would be amazing. That'd be pretty hype. I know that most of the users of the audience is from the US. Like, I don't know, YouTube analytics is like 50%, 45% the US. So it's most likely the most feasible place to do the first live in-person event, if ever, would be in the US. Just because of a matter of that, of audience assistance. Assistance? How do you say? I don't know. Attendance, that's the word. From audience and from players. There's also a lot of US players, to be fair. But that would be, oof, that would be insane. That would be so hype. Probably requires an insane amount of prep and logistics. If already something like this requires so much, in person would be, there's so much more to consider. We're starting to see some vehicles coming in. Frederick is getting either a little bit impatient and doesn't have the timer to prep too much. But yeah, sending some vehicles in. He got this tank on the city. This mech could reach with double time, so perhaps trying to force the hand there from Poland, forcing a little double time. Got the recon there on the silo as well, but he did go in and stop the capture. So again, kind of what Poland wanted, I think. One big battle, guys. It's gonna be one big battle, and it's all gonna end. Oh, DFS and Sprite Mirror was a banger game, but DFS won with HQ cap and double time. Yeah, that's definitely an outcome that I would see happening. Like, you don't need Victory March to go for HQ cap. With a double time surprise blocking kind of thing. Yeah. Hey, Triaco, love your work. Umita, long time lurker. Anyone else from England? Hey, thanks for showing up. Thank you, man. I love all the lurkers. I know there's a lot of people out there that, you know, just watch, just chilling, no commenting. That's fine. Thank you for being there. I appreciate you as well. I feel like not a lot of people acknowledge the lurkers, so I do want to take the time to do that. So yeah, thank you all for being here. There's currently apparently 60 viewers, so let's freaking go. For there to be 8 streams and 60 of you tuned into this one, it means a lot to me. So thank you all. I'll be having a great time, and this is only the beginning. This is only round 1. Poland's gonna join some image. I think he's getting some cash. But yeah, this is just round 1. We still have 3 more rounds, right? This is the round of 16. After this game, it looks like we're gonna have Dead FS facing the winner of these 2, which according to you guys, I'm not gonna say, but it's pretty obvious who everyone thinks is gonna win. So looking forward to that, and then I'll be casting that match here still, you know, on the stream. It'll still be going, but after that round 3 match, this stream is going to end, and we're gonna move over to DJ's channel, and we're gonna be co-casting the semis and the finals. Still no double time, guys. Still no double time. We're gonna get another mech injured here. Not looking good from that mech positioning from Frederick, but he's running low on timer. Only 2 minutes. He is on increment, and if you've played enough live games, when you are on increment, you really don't have time to think on positioning. You really have to play big picture. Just attack what you can, position somewhat. There's no, you can't be too methodic of how you position your units or which tile to use to attack. Like, you just kind of have to move, because you are sitting at 41 units. Plus you have to build units. So there is quite a lot to do. To be fair, maybe you're not moving all 41 units because it is pretty positional right now. So still gonna drain a lot of timer, and you're probably gonna want to save some timer if possible for when you use that power or that victory march, something, you know, something determining. You want a good fight, you want a good turn that will give you the win. He doesn't have any infantry in range of the comm tower to capture, so it definitely is on the initiative for Poland, right? He is the one that can start the cap, force a fight. He could potentially also get a shot, like he has to move one of these 2 guys unless he wants to get a free shot with that mech. Probably gonna put the tank on the HQ and the recon, I guess. Damn, we could see a double time attempt here. I believe this mech should blast. Let's see. It doesn't. Okay. A silo. Ooh, high roll. Could they get out? Okay. But HQ is safe. Got double already here from Frederick. Man, that timer is running low. He already built, so that's good. Usually a good thing to do when you're low on timer. Kind of build your units midway through your turn or at the beginning, because if not, you forget. You AET that. I have no idea what that means, but when you like the turn ends automatically for you. Oh, is that what it means? Automatically end turn? Wow. Ooh, sack. Sack? Another sack? Damn. Well, GG. Did I say it was quick? The ending was gonna be quick. Wow, and just like that. Didn't foresee the copter sacks into those anti-airs. Lack of timer. I didn't even see it either. And I'm sure if any of you guys saw it. But yeah, sacrifice everything you have. Easy clear on the HQ with a double mech into HQ victory march capture. GG, well done by Poland. This means I'm gonna update this thingy. I actually wanted to look at the stats here as this loads up, but look at that, you can see all the COs picked. Okay, so it wasn't all Sammy, okay? Although the top half was, oh, those are Rachel? Fluffy picked Rachel? Interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. We had a all of Mirror here. That's really funny. I think I have to update this. Poland got first place, second place. Cool. So yeah, round 2 is gonna be Poland and DFS. Looks like at the top, yeah, Sonja got cheesed, so Talos and Fluffy. Oh wow, Fluffy won with Rachel? Wow. I need to watch that match. That's wild. And then we still have these 2 matches going on. We got Chloebox and Wealthy Tuna on Nonoa's channel, and we have Sirth and Tethys with Kindle and Max. Wow, on Sidewinder's channel. Very handy for Wealthy Tuna. That's an odd CO pick. Perhaps to heal up the APCs and deny income, but that's kind of strange. Okay, interesting. I don't know. And he's not tier 2, but hey, who knows? And it looks like here Advanced Noob beat Lascal Larner and Starflash beat Trunit. So Starflash and Advanced Noob. Hey, I had predicted that. And actually had predicted that Torjud would win here, so Fluffy beat my prediction. Okay, so next game is going to be DFS and Poland. Rachel won. Oh, yeah. Damn. Can a lightning strike do that, says GG. I mean, when you're right, you're right. What can I say? But hey, lightning strike is amazing. Both those remaining games are wild. Tune in. Yeah, you guys should go and check those 2 games on Sidewinder's channel and Nonoa's channel if you want to. I think I'll probably do a little break until all the matches are done, because we gotta wait until they're all done, and then we start the next round. Okay, Dippin, have a good one. Good luck with all the stuff you have to do. Not the disinformation from Max. There's no in-person event. There's no in-person event. I was just saying that would be amazing to have, but it's not happening. Okay, anyways. I think let's see, let's go check out, I want to see Nonoa. Oh, actually, wait, I wanted to, oh, look at the stats. So yeah, it was pretty even, unit count, army value. It was slowly getting better for Poland on every turn. All those little infantry, like starting here day 10, it slowly was better and better and better for Poland. Unit HP, the same thing. Look, day 10, it was slowly getting better and better for Poland. I love this little thingy. I need to use it more. Let's see, where's Nonoa? Hey, Nonoa, face reveal, let's go.
In general, I agree. Yeah, that's how this matchup should work. But, I mean, 5 HP on the next turn to capture. That's just an automatic win. One moment.
Okay, anyways, I think I'm going to take a break. You guys can go watch that. Let's see, let me set my break thing. And we're back. Let's go. So yeah, all the matches have finished from round 1, and we're actually gonna start in 6 minutes the round 2 matches. I just realized that I never ended the poll, but it is showing up there when I ended. And yeah, most of you had said Poland. You were indeed correct. Oh, what a surprise. I need to remember to end the polls earlier, but I think there was a hard-fought fight there between Frederick and Poland. Very nice to see someone that defeat not well known in the community. So big, huge props to Frederick Rance for putting up a fight there. Map was definitely wacky. Players are talking a lot about it. Maybe it wasn't the best tier, maybe it wasn't the best map, but it's what it is. Anyways, it definitely gave some fun matches though, so that is very cool indeed. And Poland got that surprise stack into Victory March HQ cap to end the game right there and then. Not even a battle, no big battle, it was just infantry fighting and then into Victory March. And with that, we have Poland moving on to the next stage. And from the other side, we have DFS that beat Brightmare. So we're gonna have a huge battle. Poland and DFS. That is going to be something. I'm not sure how many of you guys are tuned back in, but yeah, in 5 minutes, like on the clock, on the 0, the matches are gonna be created. Same thing, 2 minutes for them to prep, and the matches will be force started. Let's see what the chat is saying. Players are chatting a lot. Oh, huge shout out to Advanced Warrior, Mansa Musa, Soforend, and Nonova for helping casting 4 of the 8 matches in the round 1. They now are probably tuning out and passing over the viewers, but now it's gonna be DJs, myself, Sidewind, and Semi, kind of for the rest of the match. I get one, and the finals is just DJs and I. But yeah, it was definitely, there's been a lot of help for doing this tournament. So I do want to extend a big thank you to everyone. Mind Commander for doing the puppet master role of creating the games and everything. Steeler for setting up that for Mind. And Seaweed Cowboy for doing the bracket. So yeah, thanks to everyone. Oh, FDA, you're Frederick Rands. Nice. Excited to watch it back later. I don't know why the Discord said my message was Google Translate to. Oh, no way, bro. I was like, oh, this dude. I was like, maybe he's like Chinese, because I know a lot of the Chinese players in the community maybe are not very fluent in English. But okay. Hope the game was entertaining. For sure. Definitely was. Oh, you're Belgian. Nice. I think you're the first Belgian that I know of the community. Very nice. A lot of European players. You got Poland in Poland. You got you in Belgium. We have, well, Talos is from France. Who else? I don't remember if Sirth is from England, or maybe I'm getting confused. But there's definitely quite a number of European players in this bracket. So yeah, definitely excited for this next match. We're gonna have DFS and Poland. Poland, as always, very aggressive. DFS, I don't know. He is a box of mystery. Anything can happen with this guy. It's funny because during APC, and I get called out for this a lot, I was like, if you see T-Copter openings, it's probably DFS. And there was one player that was doing that, and I didn't say that it was him. I don't know why I had forgotten about that. Like I had given my own predictions and I didn't follow them. But yeah, I think he did triple T-Copter on a game on APC. I think it was the semi-final. That was wild. So expect craziness from DFS. And where's Voice of Akasha from? He is from Austria. Hey, this. Yeah, we still have a long way to go still. That was just round 1. We still have 3 more rounds. So as we have 1 more minute for the games to get created, see, my predictions here are going to be that Taos is going to win on this set. I would think Poland would win here. Then, wow, Wealthy Tuna got the win against Chloe Box. Very interesting. So the underdog here. There has been 2 underdogs winning. So 2 upsets out of 8. So Sturz, I think, Wealthy Tuna, I would assume Sirth would win, and then Starflash. So we would have like Starflash against Sirth, and then Poland against Talos. That is my prediction. Yeah. A spicy one for sure. So Trina got $50 to lose in 7 turns. Yeah. Oh, I was talking about the bracket, and I'm not even showing the bracket. Pro streamer right here. Let me show you the bracket. There you go. But yeah, that's kind of cool, right? All these players, even if you got HQ cheese, hey, you get $50. Like, buy a nice bottle of wine and celebrate the HQ cheese. So let's actually look for Poland's profile. It might be better to look for DeadFS's profile. So give me a second. The game should be getting created right now, so they could start any minute. I need to find these guys. Here we can check DeadFS's profile. I actually have a game against DeadFS, guys. It just started. I have a match against DeadFS in a tournament. It's the last match of the group, like the finals of the group. That is gonna be something. The Sammy mirror. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Why do I have to play DeadFS? Oh my god, it's gonna be painful. The curveballs this guy is gonna throw at me. Hey Sprymer, nice to see you in chat. Even DeadFS, you had a winning turn on turn 11. Oh, you timed out. No. Oof. Hey, yeah, that'd be definitely fun. There's been a lot of talk. Mansa was talking about doing these like puzzle challenges. So definitely getting that set up would be kind of cool. Samir and Lucifer as a classic. I know. Sammy's really nice here, I think. The mirror, oof, that'd be tough. So, I guess the game should be created by now. Kind of want to reveal you guys the map, if possible. Okay, it has started. The map is right here. Okay, we got it. And the match has started. Pro streamer. Okay, so this is round 2. We have Poland and DeadFS. This is a 3-base mixed, a 3B mixed base map. I don't know. Astaroth named this kind of awkwardly, but it is called a 3-base mixed map, and it is a 3-base mixed map. They're very uncommon to see. It is a wild one for sure. Games here have been pretty wild, so we thought it was going to be a good idea to showcase this map. And it is tier 1, but like Cossack Finale tier 1. So no one Bolt, right? And pretty much the picks would be Sasha, Javier, Hawk, Sammy. I was expecting some Sammys, perhaps. Probably no Hawk, no Javier, because the tower is way too contested. And I wouldn't see a lot of arty plays, so it's probably like Sasha and Sammy. But we'll see. Perhaps because it's 3-base, then you don't go Sammy. I don't know. But it can become very low income because you get so many infantry fighting that perhaps Sammy could be viable. As DeadFS is going to skip that capture right there. Now actually, let me introduce the player. So we have DeadFS in the orange star at the top and bottom middle with Sasha. And we have Poland with the blue moon in the bottom and the upper middle with Sasha as well. So double Sasha. Sasha mirrors are... they're tough. Not a huge fan of them. You hate playing on this map, guys? What is that? Hey Mansa, how you doing? Thanks for streaming the round 1. Sasha mirrors are definitely complicated. She kind of ruins turn advantage. You know? Mappers spend a lot of time making sure, oh, you got the tank order and all that kind of stuff. Let me change the overlay actually. There you go. You spend so much time calculating, oh, the tank order, the funding, this, that. I see. Poland definitely hesitating a lot whether to go for this or going for these captures. So he's gonna go for this. He'll see if he's gonna get interrupted or not. But if he does, that means that this capture will be delayed. So it's gonna be a trade-off, and he makes a recon to defend it. Okay. No tank. So going for the recon, it is going to delay his tank build, which would have been next turn. He's not gonna have enough funds. He would have to do like double base kit. Let's see if Database does something similar. He could go for that, do the same little thing, the recon. He's gonna get the com tower because he skipped it. But Database could position this guy to interrupt the com tower next turn. So that is an option. He slowed down his income by just 1k, just to guarantee this. Just to make sure that he gets the com tower. Having the com tower might make all the difference here. My brother's here in chat, Nico. Let's go. Starflash playing Nell. Ooh, nice. Love to see that. Yeah, Nell is also available. I actually hesitated a lot in whether to put in Luxios, Nell, Juggler, and Flak, but D just said to do it. I was like, okay, whatever. It's what it's on Live League, so it'll be. They're not that good, right? Nell in tier 1, I mean, maybe, but you might get outclassed by the COs. And then Juggler and Flak are really bad. Because like if you pick them, you're just putting yourself behind. And Deadefest is not gonna go for the interrupt. He's gonna get this city instead. It makes sense because of the recon. He doesn't build a recon instead. He is gonna save up for that tank. He's gonna have just enough. He's gonna have. Oh wait, no, he needs just 9k. So he's gonna have a spare 1k. He's gonna be able to make tank double infantry. Now, where does he make the tank? It'll probably depend where Poland sends his recon. He's gonna send it that way. So I think Poland. I mean, DFS. Ooh, kind of want to change their colors, but I have to stick with it because I kind of feel like red is Poland, but no, Poland's blue. DFS can still go for this capture uninterrupted. He will get a hit there for free. And it is also, yeah, pointing at this city. So this recon is putting quite a bit of pressure from Poland. And cannot reach there. And then this guy will probably move over here to the top to go for this city. Or like over here, so again. I guess any of these is fine. You can attack this guy from the mountain onto the silo. But where will he make the tank? Probably down here, I would assume. Make a tank here. You have 1k left, so next turn he can make another tank. So he can, yeah, just do a tank chain. He'll get enough cities, yeah, to just keep spamming tanks every single turn. Now on. Poland, on the other hand, he will have funds now to make a tank. He'll just be a little bit delayed, and he should have after these captures enough to also tank chain. You think Nell might be really strong here with a day-to-day? Yeah, maybe. She gets, what was it? The luck goes from 0.9 to 0.19, I think it is. It goes up a little bit. I think her power is pretty scary. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of letting Luxios, but we're co-hosting the tournament, so if it were for me, I would just like leave him out, but he just was like, no, let's leave him in. Okay. I mean, it is the Chimps and Champions Cup after all, right? Gotta keep that wackiness. And Poland is, after all, gonna get that com tower. No infantry, like this guy from DFS, instead of moving over here to threaten an interrupt, they moved over here to go for this city. Now Poland will probably go and interrupt this capture. as this infantry also moved over here, so it's not gonna... No, this guy moves on to the com tower. I believe. Where'd it go? Yeah, the guy that was on the city could have gone here. It went to the com tower. So that's gonna be an interrupt, and he's not gonna be able to interrupt this. You have to bring this guy here, probably here, so he can reach. But he'll probably have to leave that capture go. I mean, remember, this is Poland DFS. DFS doesn't play like Poland. No one knows how DFS plays. He is a mystery box. Poland will go for anything to stop your income. And actually doesn't make it. He makes a copter very interesting. I think that's a very wise move. Copters here are gonna be very strong. And DFS is 100 funds short from making copter triple infantry. No, you need 12k, so he's a little bit short there. He does a double base kit for copter double infantry. This tank, however, is gonna get a hit there, so looks like he's gonna focus down here in this battle, sending all this conga line of infantry. This guy has to run away from the copter. This copter can easily come over here and like assist in this area against the tank, though. I mean, that's kind of the logical stint, right? This tank, I mean, it could also go over here to kind of deter the recon, but I think that's too much. Perhaps this wasn't very good from DFS. He should have just avoided this capture. It was an easy interrupt, and that sets him behind like half an infantry, almost a full infantry, because this guy is not gonna start any fight, pretty much. He's gonna go for that, which only this guy could position to interrupt. You probably don't want to make an anti-air as DFS, so you, instead of reacting to the builds, you probably have to go for damage race. I think that's usually what I've seen on this map, is that you have to mirror the damage. You can't be reacting to the other one because it's too volatile, and copters can front switch. It's too hard to react to everything, especially from these bases. They're very awkward. The pathing, they're split by these mountains in the forest, and they can't land on very good terrain. It's like, yeah, it's pretty awkward for both of them. Look at this one, got these shoals here. So usually the best approach I've seen is to just mirror the damage. So if he makes a copter, it's like, okay, I'll just go ham here, send a tank, make another, or perhaps make an anti-air, but just make another tank, I don't know, and then wait to make a copter next turn to respond to this copter. That sort of thing. I think these copters are just one tile away from getting to the airport, yeah. That was, I know Asteros made that on purpose. And he sacrifices the 5 HP guy to slow down this possible capture. What does he do with these guys? He has this recon that's gonna shoot at this guy, most likely, so... Oh no, don't tell me he's gonna like defend. He's gonna make a tank here and bring this tank over here. Like, that's too much of a response to a single recon. I think he's gonna dig himself into a hole if he does that. He's gonna start that capture, which can be reached by this guy. I guess if he puts this infantry here, it blocks the recon. There's still 2 infantry that can shoot. Not liking this early game from DFS, as he is going to indeed bring that tank. So he'll probably make an anti-air now to follow up this tank. I think if we know Poland for anything, this will be an easy turn. He sees capture, he stops capture. He already got damage in. He'll probably send it down here and do like recon, infantry kill, infantry sit. He's definitely not going to stop that. He's going to finish that capture for sure. And even then, doing the recon, infantry, it still sets him up to possibly interrupt this capture from the mountain. yeah, right. You do like recon, infantry. So you have this guy that can shoot from the mountain, and then you sit there. The only response from ZFS would be, well, tank on the recon, and then 1 infantry to respond. And you probably go for the capturing guy. So this guy's still healthy to go and interrupt this. I think he's forced to make an anti-air. This copter could go and get free damage here, but it's most likely gonna go kind of centralized position. Just go like over here and threaten this side, this side. And he makes a tank over here. Wow. So trying to defend all threats from this recon. Dang. He's gonna have 12k next turn, so he's gonna be able to make a copter of his own and triple infantry. But this copter, it can go this way to get this free damage, or just come out here and just threaten both of these tanks. It's gonna be hard to defend both tanks that are being built in the area where Poland is putting the initiative. I think Poland's initiative here is gonna play against ZFS. I forgot. Let's do a poll for you guys. And then you have to remember to end the poll, of course. Okay, so I think this is going to be a guaranteed cap by ZFS because this guy cannot position to interrupt because you have this guy right here. Okay, and Poland's going to go for the free hit here on this infantry. I think he could have shot from down here. So you block this guy from doing any shenanigans down here. Could possibly let's start this capture. I wonder if Poland is now going to divert this recon over to this side now, which he very much could, right? To start the capture, bring this infantry, bring the recon, and just attempt at getting this, and just go away from the double tank. Because at this point, because he shifted the copter, it's like, okay, what is this recon? Like, if it does anything, it's gonna die, and it will still do a lot of damage as it doesn't go okay for the thing that I said here. So I'm pretty certain he's gonna shift it out to this side. He might have to do, so now that he's going to be forced to make an anti over here. Poland, will this work out for ZFS actually? Because then Poland is forced to make a tank here to defend from an obvious anti-air build. But then you have these 2 tanks that are going to be going wild. And he could very much get all 3 of these cities in the next few turns. Because he has 4 infantry, 5, and a tank or 2. He could swing this tank over to this side and just let this tank do the damage on this side. He's gonna make another copter. Okay. Just copter spamming. Anti-air goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't reach the city. I don't think that if it is going to interrupt that city, it would be too costly. Also, this recon doesn't reach this city to stop it, nor does this copter. So I think that if it's just going to go for this, sit back here, make an anti-air. You are kind of forced to eventually make anti-airs on this map, on these bases. It is very awkward, but you kind of have to. I need to make a copter here, but that'd be pretty wild. These tanks can go pretty ham. He did set on all nice terrain, so he's not going to receive that much damage, but he'll easily get this. He could sit on the lab to bring this guy, and then on the following turn he can probably get this. Like, if this guy goes on the lab, he can set up to take this out and start the capture. And there it goes. Because now even this tank reaches right there, you know? Although it would be nice to use this guy to finish that off. I guess you could use this one too. You could go for this, but Not worth it. Yeah, they're both gonna get these cities at the top and the bottom. I believe this guy is gonna be used to stop this on the following turn. Is it enough though? 7 and 7. This would drop it down to 6. Oh yeah. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't send the infantry over here. Okay, so Poland might get the city then. Like that vessel would have to use a tank. You surely don't want to do that. Wow. Okay. Over here, definitely outnumbered. So that FS has to pull back for sure. Even if he attacks this guy, there's 2 more and a chain coming. So usually a big problem on these bases is that you start running low on unit count, and if you don't have anti-airs to deal with copters, you're gonna get easily blocked in and your base can be taken out. It's not very high funding or high income, the map, so it's kind of hard to afford like medium tank and that sort. Man, they're really thinking their turns. I think that FS has to just settle on this and give up this part. Just sit back, make an anti-air. Hey, an anti-air will be fine here. And then Poland has to make a tank. Like maybe Poland's gonna go ham on the space, but you need it. You need an anti-air. Like you have to, right? Wow, he's gonna go at the infantry. Man, that FS might lose the space. He's gonna go for the interrupt too? What? You know, the crazy thing is that I'm pretty certain that Poland has played this map before, because it is on the live league. DFS, I don't know how much live league experience he has. Okay, he's good at live, don't get me wrong. He has a lot of live experience, mostly on tournaments, but on live league, I don't know if he's played this map before. And again, these maps are secret, right? So they're revealed to them 2 minutes before. They have 2 minutes to prep, pick a CO, and just start. So it might come in handy, the experience from Poland, just from playing out of live league, that he might have played this map before. So he kind of has a little bit of a feel about it. And DFS is like, ooh, what do I do? And he's gonna make a copter. He's not gonna. That base is gonna be a dead base. But again, maybe DFS is not going for the okay, I'm gonna defend, or else these copters would swing somewhere else. He's gonna do the mirroring of the damage. He's like, okay, let's go for a damage race. If you're gonna go for that base, I'm gonna go for yours. So 2 tanks and a copter. You definitely want a tank to take out the base as well. Like tank copter is gonna be the combo to take it out, because then you can deal with tanks and anti-airs. Like whichever they build, you hit with the other one first, and then you take it out. So that's what you need, and that's what Poland is missing. So he needs a tank. He needs a tank on the space, or else an anti-air would be very easy to defend the space, right? So he's a little bit slower on that, just because of that recon. It did get some damage in, and now these infantry are gonna die. I don't know why DFS went in there. Maybe he just wants to really slow down these captures as he tries to get this first. But man, he's gonna drop down on that unit count, especially with the copter spamming from Poland. But Poland is a little bit off in a pickle now because of the copter tank combo. He has to make both tank and anti to save this space, and I don't think he's gonna do that. Infantry are gonna go down for sure. And this copter could also just swing somewhere else, and it goes down here. Okay, so not going for the base. Interesting. I think that might be in favor as he makes another copter. What? Bro, why so many copters? I know they're good, but No tanks. I think that is gonna easily make an anti now. Like, this is a very safe option now. Anti on this base, he's gonna be pretty strong. He has a lot of infantry, and he has this wave of infantry to take control of this. Yeah, Poland does indeed love copters. He's gonna hit this little guy, so because this one is the only one in range of that city to really slow it down. And look at this line, look at this column of infantry. Oh my god. Hey Dark Raider, you're currently #1 top fans. This new YouTube thing. I think it measures the amount of chat and, like, I don't know, other kinds of support, super chats and that kind of thing. Of course, when I play on this map, my opponent is smarter than Poland and DFS and goes artillery to lock top right or bottom left base, says the Flaming Dragon. To top right or bottom left, like already from here, T45, T4. Are you the one that I covered? The one that played against Mad Lelouch? That game we covered on stream. That game was so fun, man. Because that one had an arty that went and locked down the base. Like, really early on. Okay, let's see. So it's now Leatherface's turn. I would definitely expect some infantry clear-ups here. Got a double copter here to protect this guy. This guy, yeah, just gonna do a little bit of damage. I'm gonna stop some cap, but that's gonna be it. With 13k, he pretty much can only make anti-air. Double infantry leaves him 3k. That's gonna put him at like 19k next turn. So then he can build copter, tank, double infantry, or 19k. He can make copter anti-air. He can make anti-air now, and then next turn he makes copter. So he is 100% gonna make an anti-air right now. He put this infantry, his copter here. He's gonna make an anti-air. Yeah, I think Poland, he might have messed up here. Not going all in on one or the other base and going a little bit, you know, half seized here and there. This is going to be very easy for DFS to just make an anti-air. It's going to be an easy clear. Starts this flip, which is, you know, more important than a neutral base, a neutral city. And these copters cannot do what they wanted. They're not putting the pressure that he wanted to put. I mean, sure, it forces an anti-air, but it's not a bad build, especially from this area. It definitely diverts the copter from this, but you're still gonna get a couple of tank hits over here. Poland is gonna get this city, but I think this flip is gonna happen regardless. DFS's unique on this base is not looking very hot. Maybe he'll make a mech. Maybe no. He moved it too far. He's not making a mech. He's not making an infantry. Ooh, it looks like one match was created wrongly. Oh no. I think Wealthy Tuna was replaced by someone else. No. Mind Commander. By the way, guys, you can definitely go check out the bracket. I put it there on it's on a pinned comment at the top of the chat. So you can go check it out. There's these other streams going on for anyone that is just tuning in. We had 8 simultaneous streams, and now we have 4, as these are best of 1 games. So yeah, you have to win this single match just to move on. It's like very, very high stakes. And currently, I kind of liked Poland's position earlier, but now I'm liking more that of his position. But anyways, yeah, you can go and check the other games. It's all linked in the bracket, in that little spreadsheet. So kind of wanted to make it easier for everyone to follow all the games. And we're gonna get that clear and start the lab cap. Also positioned to start the city cap. You're right, Dark Raider. Yes, he's running low, a little bit low on time. 3 minutes. Poland's still on 8, 9. He's gonna be up at 11 with the increment. Ooh, what? ZFS just blowing his lead by trading a tank to simply delay a capture, like for a few turns. No way, Starflash just finished his game. Damn. Did you win? I would. Let's see. Do you guys think? Oh wow, he's sending this copter in. Wow. Wait, that's so smart. Whoa. I mean, he still is going to get a copter kill, regardless. But this copter is going to be able to get this hit there. I don't understand why the FS sent this tank in like that. That is very, very strange. But that capture is going to go through. He'd have to like, keep sending infantry. Maybe he's going to make another anti next turn. I don't know. But if I know something about Poland is that I would not be surprised to see this. And it's not this one, it's this one. It's this. Oh, no, actually, it's probably this guy. Because this guy is going to go capture this. Yeah. So this guy, it's this one guy is going to go and hit either from this tile or this tile. And I think it's going to be this tile. So he's going to get hit from this tile right here. You know why? Because this guy wouldn't be able to reach. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Damn, Starflash already won. Man. Why so good? And we get the market crash from Poland. That'll... This and this give him enough charge. And hey, I called it. Attack from this tile right here. And... Yes, this guy's gonna go and capture that. He has to make a tank though. He has 15k, so he can make double tank infantry now. I assume he makes like tank here, infantry. And he's pretty much set. I think this little blunder from that FS is going to set him back quite a lot. I like his position, but after this, I don't know. I think he could have been happy with just having the side, potentially flipping this, but losing a full vehicle almost, because now what, you have to go back and make an anti-air, and this guy is just going to fly away. Just losing that lead is going to be pretty significant. He doesn't even need a tank over here, so yeah, he's going to go double tank in the bottom. Oh no, it was a nail power. Damn. Hey Melody, welcome. Dead copter is dead. It was still pretty smart there from Poland. A bit of a trade, I guess, copter for copter. Now this guy can go somewhere else. But it still made the anti like stay here instead of come out all the way over here. So it had more of a threatening position. And at the same time, he also injured one of the infantry, so... oh, also got that 5 there, wow. Got a high roll there. With the power? Right? Like... Yeah. Got a nice high roll there. Let's get that 5. He's gonna clear the guy and keep capping. Probably join. Ooh, K block. Join, maybe? And then bring this infantry over, possibly in range of the city. But the com tower is now under threat, and the same could be said over here for DFS. Because you do have a nice line of infantry coming. This recon could always, again, switch around. Because this tank threat is gone, the recon can come back here. So DFS is forced to make anti-air, maybe make a tank. I mean, I guess this tank could come over. It could sit on the city perhaps, and this anti-air will still cover it. So that's nice. He's gonna go for the inch up there. Okay. He's gonna make a copter. Okay. And anti-air over here, you have to. This Rico is gonna keep getting free damage. Maybe brings this tank here actually to heal, and this guy keeps shooting. Yeah, so then this is covered. But I wonder if Poland is gonna do the same thing. He's gonna send this guy attack here, and then this guy attacks here. Since anti can only respond to one of the two copters, tank is gonna get the only free damage that it can away from this tank. Although knowing Poland, he'll probably use this copter to clear the 3 HP copter, and then use this infantry to boom, finish this this capture. Whole lot of infantry here from Poland, which is pretty good. Cannot say the same thing for DFS, so this will be a little bit easier to just like hold the line, and it's been helpful for sure. But yeah, this can go anyway. Map is pretty insane. You know, it's funny. I know Astaroth had mentioned like this week or last week, he was planning on doing some changes on the map. Some like small changes, like a forest here or here to like stop a tank from reaching the com tower one turn. I was like, hey, that even spicier, right? Like no one knows the map, and all of a sudden it shows up, but with a few changes. Like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be interesting. But I don't think he actually ended up pushing it through. Okay, so tank. Okay, so copter's still gonna get free damage over here. Tank is gonna be made to defend from the recon. How does the trade look like? 5. Well, that is gonna get a power next turn for sure. There's no way Poland can get it this turn. But yeah, maybe a 5. 5/5. It's not that bad. Heal up to 7 for some repairs. It's not a bad idea to kind of neutralize this copter. But then this anti would be eating 2 copters already. So I don't know if you want to give that much value. But no, I think knowing Poland is probably going to finish this guy and then boop, finish the capture for sure. Sasha everywhere. Were they all Sasha mirrors? Oh well. Yeah, it was hard trying to pick tiers for these maps. I think usually in mixed base map is even harder. You wouldn't call it 7 HP copter, but yeah, I guess if it goes up to 7, it's not that much. Yeah, I was thinking more 5, but he's gonna get those repairs. It is gonna be a costly copter though, 7 HP. But I think this is probably better. Finish this off. Finish that. He would be running out of infantry though, so even if he does that, then DFS would have 2 healthy infantry. That then he can start the com tower cap and the city cap, and I guess he has the copter. Oh, but this copter's on range. So I guess he can't do that. Okay. Oof. That would be a big commitment actually. Yeah, sending a copter there. Anti would not be able to reach. This copter also doesn't reach. So okay, he's gonna go for some free damage. He's not gonna go for tank and stuff. I don't know what this copter's gonna be doing. And he's gonna go out for this C instead. Man, this map is madness. Hey, Darth Moo. Yeah, I think you're right. But hey, it's Poland. It's Poland. Wow. Is he gonna imagine he sends the 8 HP copter just to clear the infantry? You know, he's fighting against his own nature. It's like it's in his veins. He's like, I need to stop it. I must. Oh, if only the recon reached, right? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 2 tiles short. If this recon was here, then he could have done 2, 4, 6, 8. Dang. You know he wants to. You know he wants to. And timer-wise, not looking good for the FS. And it's gonna get even worse with this madness. Where will the recon be sent? I think up here makes a lot of sense. Here or here also, because there isn't a tank. You would force a tank build, but I don't think you want to engage too much over here. I think it makes sense here, since this copter is injured. This tank is injured. It's like all about forcing builds here, right? You send it one way, force a build, you go to the other, you do this, that. Definitely very, very tricky. With 15k double tank infantry, it's probably not gonna make that. I don't think he needs that many tanks. He has a tank here, he's good. He has another one here that can shoo away all of this. He's thinking about it, guys. He's thinking about it. I don't think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna break his nature, and he's not gonna do it. Is he though? Is he though? He would need... no, he would need to make an anti-air. Well, the thing is, as he goes for this, it does stop the possibility of the com tower cap. And then this guy's at 9. So this is the only healthy one that could start this capture. It would be nice to have an infantry built here so he can boop, threaten that interrupt from a mountain, which will be really nice. Because over here, whether I liked it or not, the troops from Poland are kind of injured. So there isn't that many infantry from him that he could bring back and assist here. So that little sack from DFS, it somehow ended up working out. And oh wow, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Oh, that hurt. It hurt Poland. It hurt him in his soul. He was like, oh, the options are there. They're right there, and I can follow up the interrupt too, the recon. Dang. First time we've seen the Poland does not go for an interrupt. At least on this tournament so far. It can happen. We've learned that Poland can stray away from his interrupting nature when it's really, 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 really costly. It takes him a while, and it hurts him, but he will. It's very funny to see his play, especially against certain players that are more positional and they try to counter his kind of plays. They know, oh, Poland's gonna keep sacrificing stuff. I'm just gonna prep stuff, I'll put an RD behind or whatever, force him to send stuff of value, and then I'll take it out. And maybe he'll be ahead in income for a few turns, but he'll be way behind on army. And then I'll just reclaim all the stuff and just win. Players like Lurk LaFerry and Lawrence, I feel like, well, Darth Noob too. I think we saw it on APC during the qualifiers. Like Darth Noob just 2-0'd, I think, Poland. Just that positional play can be Poland's kryptonite, and that's kind of what DFS is trying to do. As he's using that 7 HP, now 6 HP tank to stop this capture with this assist, and then hits this guy, brings anti-air. It is outside range of that tank. It's looking good now again for DFS. It's kind of swinging back and forth. He does successfully get this capture, using a nice little setup. I still think it's been a mistake from Poland to shift down with the copters earlier, like down here, because it forced all these builds that are pretty good for DFS. So maybe keeping the copters over here, trying to force some anti-airs and then shifting away could have been better. But we'll have to see what happens. DFS is slightly ahead on that income because he has these 2 cities and Poland has only one of them, but he will get this next turn, so they will be even there. And then I think he's ahead some. Oh, okay, so he has this city that DFS doesn't, but DFS just flipped this one. This is getting stopped, and we have a few more infantry. With 15k, I don't think this tank is gonna move at all. Just keep it on that city. There's a big looming threat. Okay, so he's gonna make a tank, probably another tank then. Or base skip anti-air? No, he has this anti-air here. He could make an arty if he wants to, and there's a base skip by Poland. Oof, to make that anti-air tank. Okay. Spicy. Base skipping is a common Poland move. You think it was needed here? I do think that anti-air was pretty forced here. I'm not sure about the tank though. Because only this tank could maybe reach, but not really. There's so many infantry. I think it was more so to like contest this anti-air. And the Sasha mirror music is now burning my brain a little bit. I've become self-conscious of it, so I'm gonna do the random themes. There you go. Let's go, Lash. Let's go, Lash. Hey, Domo, how's it going? Poland's strength is taking people into capture situations he knows better, says no, oh, yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's for me, it's always been a pain. It's very hard to deal with. You kind of have to know how to prep, and especially in live, it's really, really hard. In async, like you can maybe prep it better, but live, oof. Really, really long timer. That if it's just 21 seconds left, but in general, it's looking really good for him, I would say. We got double tank here from DFS. So he could go for the city next turn, right? That Poland has to prepare for that. He can do like tank, infantry caps. And there's not going to be an infantry that can reach there next turn to stop it. So he would have to keep this recon in range to stop the capture, bring some of these guys. He'll probably bring the copter, honestly. And he does go for the little attack there. So this was at 9 though, so it was 4 HP for 2 HP. It's he's also kind of blocking here because his copter could assist. Could it though? Like if you do, I don't think there's unless you use this tank. You do like tank, infantry, take this out. You would have to commit the anti-air here, bonk, take this out, and then the copter comes in to take the tank. You finish it off, but then you're opening yourself to getting attacked onto the anti-air on a shoal by a tank, and the copter then attacks this tank, or this tank, or the copter. No, the copter, yeah, the copter. So you take the anti and the copter, and then this copter is free to do whatever it wants. And surprisingly, DFS didn't use his power. I'm not sure why. Would be nice to have those extra stats, especially for this little attack. That probably would have looked a little bit different. Poland getting base locked. Is he? Here? I mean, I guess he could. 3 HP copter and then tank sits on the forest. Like, copter hits, copter blocks, tank hits, kind of surround kind of thing. And he doesn't have the funds to make a copter, so yeah, that can definitely be something. Oh, actually, I hadn't noticed that this fish could move. Poland also running pretty low on time. He used to be really good with the timer, but I don't know, ever since like a year or so ago, he's been burning some more of his timer. I feel like he tries to be a bit more patient and more positional. Tries to value a bit more those aspects, but it does burn through your timer. So eventually you're going to be an increment and it gets even tougher, and he's going to make a tank here and an infantry. Okay. Recon getting some damage. That is going to be one dead recon for sure, but it's probably, you know, done its job. It's served its nation, the Blue Moon, Poland, the nation, and it's going to be bye-bye this next turn. It was a it could also force this tank to move over here when it would want to go this way. At the same time, I haven't noticed, but this capture is now at 4 points, so it's going to require more than just this healthy infantry to stop it. I think this would bring it down to 8, maybe 9. And the music stopped. I don't know why. Let's hit a little refresh. But there you go. Javier. Yeah, no one picked Javier here, I'm sure. That FS is probably considering, but you don't have a lot of time to consider. I think you either go for the base block there, if it's worth it. The thing is that you would leave a vacuum everywhere else. Like, you would have to give up this, all of this as well. So it might be a big gamble to do that. And definitely this play is not worth it to like break through and attack the tank. It's probably not worth it. I think all in all, it's not that bad of a trade here. I mean, 4 HP for 2, but this tank will probably die next turn, so that's going to be more than just 4. He's going to go for this capture, and he's near 30 seconds, and he still has a good amount of units to move and to build, so he's got to move. He's going to use the market crash, and I think he might go for the base thing. Let's see what he does. Come on, man. You got to move. You got to move. You like the eerie silence. I mean, your name is Audio Freaker, so it makes sense. It's in theme. I think that a music player has been working a bit better recently, so that's kind of nice. Ever since the changes. Oh no! Didn't get the kill there. Hey P-Dog, how's it going? And he ended the turn. Hey, semi-original guy sent over the viewers. Nice. Looks like his game just finished and all the viewers came. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Yeah, I think the timer, that is going to be the GG, I think, because not moving half the army. This tank is unprotected from this copter now. He can go and attack. They don't get the block on the base. So yeah, a little bit of the too much thinking there by ZFS. This is going to be it. So many games today, indeed. I think Poland is gonna take this game. Well, actually, you guys were kind of split on the poll. I'm gonna end it before we see the results, but as more votes come in, 42 votes, Poland at 59. I do think that Poland's gonna win this one. After that how do you call it? What's a name for like running out of time? Well, it being AET, which I hate that. Such an awkward thing to say on stream. It's easy to say on chat. Timeout. Okay, yeah, timeout works. But you can probably just clean up a bunch of units. This is gonna make Poland's army much more significant. Again, Delphis didn't even get to build, so he's gonna drop on unit count very significantly. He can just make an anti-air here this turn, and he'll be just fine. Gonna get that tank hit there. Ooh. Okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. But still, that's a neutralized tank right there. Dead tank. Probably start capturing Q as well. All those at 8. But no, he's gonna go for some clears. Okay. Damn. That FS, so sad. So sad to see that timeout. Hey, thanks, Melody. Yeah, I know. 2K subs. Getting close to 2K1. Let's go. 2K1. Come on. We can do it. We can do this. DNF. What is DNF, Domo? And there goes that anti-air build. And double infantry? I mean, if you want to make it an arty if you want. Wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. Arty here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn, I can be here locking down the base. This base has like no army whatsoever. You already have the copter to deter this copter and possible new ones, but now he's gonna make a base skip tank. Okay. Did not finish. Okay. DFS, can you recover from that? Can you build up mega tank? I mean, obviously not worth it. Okay, he's gonna get that. Gonna get that somewhat interrupt. So painful to see. Okay, somewhat blocking that anti-air. Does get this flip though. They're equal income now as he's interrupting this, but Poland will get this next turn, so he's gonna be slightly ahead. There's definitely this threat though. There's a few infantry from the FS. I can't believe he like timed out and he can still have some threats going. The fact that there's nothing here for Poland is pretty wild. Those base skips perhaps catching up with him. But yeah, this city under threat can be a pretty big deal. And I don't see a lot of immediate threats of flips from Poland. This guy's gonna heal up, and in 2 turns it can be capturing this, and this guy can reach here also in 2 turns. And he's gonna make, okay, anti here. He needs that to deter this copter. He could have made a copter of his own though. He had to put all this infantry to block. Whoa, what? Okay, a little bit of chip damage to get better engagement there. Don't tell me Davis is gonna bring this back after timeouting like that. Tank, copter, tank. Do you need a tank here? You probably do. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Ooh, this copter's gonna get killed though by this copter. I guess you have this copter to protect it. So I guess you have that. There goes our power, draining that charge from the FS. This anti is gonna strand it. It probably wants to come down here, I believe. He's gonna finish off that last infantry from DFS, as he has a bunch of like injured infantry of his own. He could like block these tanks. He has so many infantry. You could put this guy like here and then put infantry, infantry, infantry. Just block him. Horrible 8-6 trade right there. But kind of has to. Gets this tank build. 6 HP anti is still fine. It's still gonna take out a copter if it doesn't leave it at like 1. And he is going to go for that copter attack there. Okay. So that if it's getting a lot of charge, he's gonna get that market crash next turn. This copter attack over here is gonna give him that market crash for sure. It's what, 6k? So 1 copter attack already gives you almost half of that. And then another tank attack, and he should be there. Ooh, also, yeah, okay. That is definitely a power right there. So that's gonna be 2 dead copters this turn. He's gonna have to base block himself, but it's not gonna be that bad because he takes out both copters. No more copters for Poland. He would have to double base game for a copter right now, and that would give the air superiority to that FS temporarily, and that can be a big deal too. Because this guy's gonna die to this anti-air. Man, don't tell me that is gonna bring this back after timing out like that. This is crazy. He's gonna get this flip too, for sure, guaranteed. He might get this as well. We'll have to see about that. Depends what this anti-air does. But 2 copters down now is gonna be very significant. He could very much use the power right now, just to get some extra firepower, because you're not draining any more charge from Poland. But yeah, there goes 1 copter, boom, down, another copter down, and then you just block this guy with an infantry, whatever. Like the anti is probably gonna die. Probably bring this copter here, I think, or something to kind of block and prevent any like base blocking with these 2 tanks. Because maybe you can take it out and then this guy sits there, but I'm not sure that a 9 HP tank can take out this 6 HP enter without a power, because he's not gonna get the power. But it might, depends on the chip, but I don't think so. This might be even better from the rest than I thought. Poland just a few turns from a lab cap win. Wait. Oh, no, there's this one. Actually, oh, yeah, actually, that had 3 labs. The other one is over here. But yeah. No, that was a good jump scare right there. Got kudos. Because you have this lab, But no, you still have this one, so DFS is safe there. He's gonna get that little kill there. And how the hell is DFS ahead right now? What? That is crazy. Maybe Poland went too ham after that timing out from DFS, because I'm really liking DFS's position. Ooh, that's a bold play. Okay, he's left the 4 HP guy there. Okay, I went to interrupt that. I think this tank can take this out. But I guess he's gonna have 2 copters, so if he still is going to invest 2 tanks, he's gonna lose 2 tanks and it doesn't die. It doesn't really matter if it died or not. I guess it's actually better for Poland that it doesn't die, because this is gonna force some repairs on that FS, some 18k in repairs. Because he's gonna want to delete that anti-air next turn, and then build a tank most likely. But this anti-air is not gonna reach, right? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, so you can hit both of these tanks from these 2 tiles or this mountain, and they're gonna be safe from this anti-air. Yeah. So I don't know why. Poland, man, what are you doing? Yeah, he can't stay on it. Oh yeah, he could sack that anti-air, but for a little bit more damage. It's still kind of costly. 1800 at this low of income is pretty significant. Got the double cap over here. Poland looking like he's gonna get both sides, so all these 6 cities, because this tank is gonna want to respawn back to this one. There is a chain though, so he might use it to stop this instead. Also, I don't know why he didn't go for, I guess the tank, he was afraid of the tank hitting from the silo, interrupting the flip. But that might have been a little bit better, I think. You gotta go the FS. Poland also dropping down a little bit on timer. He's 1.5 minutes, but he should be fine. He's still pretty good on increment. And why are we attacking where the anti can attack you? The FS. My guy, what are you doing? Oh, he really wants to finish that guy off. Okay. Why though? So you can trap this tank? Oof. That's another copter. Like put the copters in here and block the anti-air from reaching, but it can reach from 2 paths. So I don't know, man. I guess you have to, if you join these 2 into a 3 HP copter right here, there's no way this tank can take it out, right? So then it would save it from the anti-air. I think that has to be the way. 2, 4, 6. No! No, the defense. Why are you sacrificing a copter like that? Can a tank take out a 2 HP copter? Oof. He's not even going to block. Not even going to gamble on it. That's going to be 1 dead copter right there. Oof. And he goes to stop this cap instead of this one. He's gonna let this one happen. Down goes that copter. I think he's just gonna attack here and then attack the tank. Poland's not someone to shy away from a battle like that. So yeah, he's gonna go for that. Probably get that market crash. But he's gonna probably take that out. Or maybe put the tank on the city, you know, and prevent this tank from hitting from the city. So I can get in some nice defense. Or I guess do that, yeah. You can still do double tank and then hit the anti-air. But you might still get another kill. There's so many anti-airs from Poland. You got this 7 HP anti-air that can comfortably go over here. You got this other anti-air as well. He's gonna go and take this infantry out. No more infantry from DFS on this southern area, like at all. You got this guy that's he's gonna have to take some time off. He needs a good amount of, he needs like a few days of vacation to recover at full health to be able to do anything. So we're not gonna see this guy for a while. And we're not seeing ZFS build infantry here until he can deal with all these vehicles. This is gonna put a lot of threat over here onto this city. Can get kind of tricky, but there's a few tanks here from ZFS that you can use to attack these guys. There's so much going on everywhere. It's crazy. But yeah, successfully getting this flip is gonna put Poland comfortably ahead on that income. 3K. That is, how much is 3K of 15? Like 20%? Yeah, 20%. Like 20% ahead in income, so that's a nice amount. Got this cap barely starting. I'm gonna get a tank copter. Do you hit that tank? Probably not. ZFS. Why do you lose a copter like that? Being on increment is hard. Over here, a little bit of a lack of vehicles. I guess you can get a little tank attack here, but this is on a forest and it has the power, so it's gonna be pretty tricky. And he's actually gonna go for the kill there. Wow. So he's gonna attack from the city. He could also attack this anti-air. Yeah, he's gonna attack from the city. He's at 6, but still 6 HP anti-air. Unless he blocks here. He has to block here with the 3 HP anti-air. He has to. And then probably has to hit this guy. Boom. But probably is going to leave it at same thing at 6. Maybe 5. And it's still going to wreck a copter. At least this guy is not going to hit a copter if he uses the anti-air. Let's see if he sees it. Okay, he is. Okay, cool. Only has 14k, so making a tank would mean that he would have to base kit for a double tank. And he kind of does need a tank because he sent this tank down here to respond to these two. Although to be fair, there's only one infantry here that can put any threats, and it's most likely going to go for the city. So maybe it's not worth it to spend a tank right now. You might want to put those funds in something else. But there's quite a few active threats here from Poland. This infantry could go for the city. I think this is going to be a lost city very soon. And he's going to make it over here. Okay, he's going to base skip for that. Wow. Most of the infantry from Poland are down here. But not a healthy one in range of the city to start a capture. Man, this is only day 15, guys. Only halfway through of a day limit, and it's been like chaos everywhere. And yeah, 5v3, look at that. It does 7 damage to a copter. So down goes that blocker anti-air. Down goes that tank. It is looking now better for Poland. I think after this whole copter stuff, that was kind of what was giving the advantage to ZFS, I believe, but just losing these copter numbers, it's not looking too good. Mech at the bottom right over here, yeah. I'm not sure that he would really need it. I do think that ZFS could clear both of these anti-airs next turn. I think he kind of needs an anti here, to be honest. Or else this copter's gonna swing over here and take out this tank. So anti and double infantry most likely. Wow, he makes a tank. He's like, I'm fed up of making anti-airs. I've made too many. Let me make some more tanks. So he's gonna use that guy, finish that off. He can easily finish this off. He can finish this off. I think this copter is just gonna go this way. Bonk, take that out. You don't want to use it over here because you have the chained copter. So this should be fairly easy for ZFS to deal with everything. but he's pretty low on income. That income difference is starting to notice a little bit, especially with the repairs and stuff. So 14K is a pretty awkward number right here. After this copter hit from the city would be very juicy, for sure. Probably bring the infantry here. I don't know. You want to stop this capture somehow, but it's going to be a little bit awkward. I don't think you can stop. Maybe with the 3 HP and the 1 HP copters, you deal a little bit of damage, but it's probably going to be a guaranteed flip anyways. Just going to be a delay. And yeah, I'm going to have to lose a tank there. It's probably fine. Tank can get a hit here in this infantry, so dwindling down those infantry numbers from Poland, perhaps a bit too greedy with that capture. This is why I said that I thought Poland needed an anti here. Ooh, going for that one? That's kind of odd. Oh, was it for the... Oh, no. Yes. Enough charge. But that is going to be a flip. He didn't even put the guy there. I guess he couldn't defend it from the copter. So even more income to be lost very soon. And he's going to try to go for this. I'm pretty certain Poland's going to sacrifice this guy onto this infantry right here. Because that's the only threat that Defes has to capture. If we look at the infantry, and we look, he has 5 infantry. He has 3 types of units. He has 5 infantry. 2 of them are at 5 HP. 1 of them is at 8. There's only 2 that are full HP. This one will easily be injured by this guy. And okay, and a mech is built to take out the anti if it goes for that thing. So there's definitely more stuff going on for Poland. Although initiative-wise, man, it's so awkward. Like army-wise, initiative, it looks a little bit better for DFS, but there's more captures going for Poland. Just classic Poland gaming right here. That capture is gonna go through, and that's gonna put him very close to 20K. Actually, with this capture, he is going to be at over 20K. He's gonna obviously make an anti here. He desperately needs one. Oh, does it go for the attack there? Wow. Okay, interesting. Not very Poland-ish, if you ask me. I'm certain he's gonna go for this little boop right there, for sure. Or the copter. Maybe since the copter here, yeah, and bonks that full HP. Makes a lot of sense. There's nothing there to protect it. That's gonna die. At the same time, it kind of stops this. It's self-stopping the flip though. I'm kind of surprised he did that. I feel like he could have sent the anti-air, capture, and then he has this copter to protect from this copter if it goes to attack. Like to stop the capture, you know? But 14,300 to 19,800. DFS with no options of recapturing anytime soon. It's not gonna look very good. It might look okay army-wise, perhaps positionally. They're kind of even, honestly, on army value and position. And the fact that he doesn't have anything close to capturing is going to be a problem. And then in these next few turns, it's just going to be a downward spiral for DFS. Somehow the timeout, it obviously hurt him, but it wasn't enough because it felt like he was still good. Maybe it gave an overconfidence to Poland, but eventually with the fighting and the flips, I think Poland is going to take the win. I do think so. Like, for example, this tank can go and hit this guy, but this copter can retaliate and no anti is going to reach, right? That's a problem. Infantry can go and hit this guy, but then you're self-injuring your only guy that can capture stuff. So how are you going to reclaim income, you know? Poland 100%. No coming back from this inverse pie. GG already being called. Oh my god. We'll see. Maybe DFS starts pumping out T-copters. Okay, since the copter and the music just stopped for no reason. I'm gonna have to refresh, but Copter being sent, he really is prioritizing the infantry's health. But there's gonna be nothing to defend from this copter. The anti is not gonna reach. You can attack from here, bonk, and it's not gonna look too good. Right, this copter's not gonna reach. So that army advantage is gonna slowly grow for Poland, especially with these kind of engagements. To be fair, he doesn't have a lot of time to think about it, so, but that's just live gaming for you. If you turn off music, I have my own. Big up to range of 6 HP anti-air. Can you? I guess you can do copter, infantry, and then anti-air. But this one's kind of nicer. Boom, you hit there. Actually, I have the music too high. I forgot to turn it down. Damn. Inf kills 1 HP copter. Oh, I guess you're right. Is it a guarantee? Pretty high chances, depending on the chip. Oh, that would be devastating. That anti hits there, copter goes here. Immediate air superiority for Poland. Plus this copter also. Oof. Big oofs. And yeah. That's gonna be it, I think. Copters are gonna go ham right now. There's gonna be 3 copters roaming around for Poland and no answers for that FS. Yeah. Boom, goes that copter, gets a 9-2. At this point, Poland can just brawl to death and he's gonna take the win here. And he'll most likely move on to the semifinals to face, I guess it was the winner between Fluffy and Talos. All these copters. Stop. He makes another copter just to rub it in, and DFS sees the writing on the wall, taps out. GG DFS. Wow, what a fight. Even after the timeout, it looked sort of okay. I do think that the copter hits here, allowing the antis to get all that damage and not getting taken out is very special, very important. Was something that brought it back to Poland again. Man, yeah, definitely fought very hard. DFS, really well played by Poland even there as well. Just a messy match. And wow, congrats to Poland for moving on to semifinals. Let's see who is gonna be. Wow, look at how many Sashas. Talos and Fluffy. Looks like Fluffy got taken out by Talos, so we're gonna have Poland and Talos over at DJ's channel. Dang. Oh, it looks like all the games finished. This must have been the last one. We had Sirth with Sasha. What did you know with Hawk? Wow, got taken out. Advanced New Starflash with the nail pick gets the win. Then we got the 4 finalists, guys. We got Talos, Poland, Sirth, and Starflash. Ooh, this is gonna be spicy. Well, thanks everyone for being here. I'll probably have to check with the Discord to see when we're gonna start the next match. I would assume in about like 10 or so minutes, like at the 30-minute mark perhaps. But we'll see. Who made the sheet? Seaweed Cowboy. Yeah, the names, you have to complain about the names with DJs, I think. Anyways, thanks everyone for being here. I think I'm gonna end the stream and you will all be automatically redirected to DJ's stream. So yeah, congrats to all the players. I think I'm gonna end it. I'll see you over there after a little break. So bye bye.